depression, increased blood pressure, arthritis, memory loss, and even a compromised immune system. All right, folks, well, here is your final opportunity. If you want to try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula, there's a special toll-free number for you to call. It's 1-800-476-5630. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose here because Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is guaranteed to be safe and effective or your money back.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the people we are directly responsible for. Question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? The best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises. So too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Hyland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Hyland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you.
Passionate about sports? Want to talk college, prep, or pros? It's time to enter the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. Call in. Tell Patrick how you see it. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Hyland.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in to the Sports Zone on AM 860 The Answer, Salem Communications. You can catch us on the good old YouTube, the Sports Zone, and also my friend Michael Peter plays us on IRN. Okay. And thanks for that, Michael. Having a good time here, making it happen, talking sports. But I don't want to forget my military guys, past and present and future vets. They're great people. They do what's right for this country, and we got to make sure they're doing everything right for us and making it great. So thank you for everything you do, military. You're willing to take a bullet for us, and that goes a long way with me and a lot of other American patriots. And we just wish you the best. Have a safe weekend. Weather here in Tampa is a little rough, at least for me anyway. 30 degrees in the morning was not what I was looking for, but I guess I could handle a couple days of it. But this is not Florida.
Did you run your water?
No, I should have, Scotty, but I didn't,
Well, did it freeze?
It could have. He's right. You should.
I know. He called me and was like, "Oh, make sure to turn it on, turn it on, turn it on." I'm like, I'm not even going to make it home after Gasparilla.
Well,
good old Gasparilla.
The reason you do it, you turn on a little drizzle because the water that's already in the pipes, if it freezes, it expands. And
you could have a crack. It's hard for that to happen here in Florida, but you shouldn't risk it, to say the least. So how was Gasparilla yesterday, Mr. Joshua Levinson?
Wet and cold and wet. But
did you regret your decision to go?
Oh my God, no. It's a great
Florida
time.
boy handled it. I respect that.
Man, I was out there because I was helping my buddy. Their band was performing at one of the tents, and so I was helping with load in and set up, and so we had to be there by like 9:30. And
Nice.
even then, man, you got people all out and about, ready to go. All the cops and everyone were all in their
You
stations.
know what?
All the girls were still wearing no clothes because they don't care. I'm like, if they can suck it up and deal with the conditions, like, yeah.
This-
Pirates used to sail the open seas at night and not know. I mean, come on, it's the
This-
least we can do.
This was the first year in a lot of years that we didn't distribute the breakfast in the morning.
Oh,
to
yeah.
First responders and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I learned something doing that. When it's 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're already walking around with a jug,
Yeah.
they're not making it to the parade.
Probably going to be a little
yeah,
slow if
yeah.
they even make it. I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Levinson. But you bring up a good point about you bring the breakfast for the guys. You brought up the cops patrolling. Those people, they do the best they can with what they have, and we appreciate those folks too. The cops and our first responders, God bless them, because they have a heck of a job to do, and they just want to get home safe every night like us. So I think we're up to 40, Scott. Yay! And we'll be at a brisk 50 tomorrow. I can't wait. And then they teased me on Wednesday with a nice 70, perfection. And then we
There you
drop
go,
right
and then
back
drop
down to
down.
50.
Is there a night parade this year? Does
Yeah,
anyone know that?
Mhm.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
always a night parade. Why would there not be?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I
No.
haven't been to a night parade. I think the last night parade thing I went to was a Guavaween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Um,
funny down in here in a couple weeks. It's kind of wild. I'm thinking about going, and so is Joe Weaver. Down Meadow, just outside of it, there's this little community, and they do a little Mardi Gras on one of the Fat Tuesday.
No,
And
that's
it's kind
cool.
of cool,
That's
man.
cool.
They're the only one who do it.
That was a cool old little restaurant place where they had all the daiquiris along the wall. Fat
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
Fat Tuesday. They
and
still have it in Key
down-
West, where we should be right now,
They
broadcasting.
had one on down
Okay,
down
please,
Maple.
man.
So, do you have a favorite? You didn't go to the parade, AJ.
No, that's
Josh
right.
went to the parade. Is there like a favorite float that
Who knows? What was it, Josh? Any float look awesome to you? You can recall?
Brother, I didn't actually make it to the parade route. I wasn't like actually watching like the floats go
Okay.
by.
I
or
guess
any of
he
that.
started with
So
the
it's
jug
that-
early.
I mean,
Well,
see?
no, it's okay.
no, but
We-
as you get older, you're doing more. You're supposed, you're at houses, you're at tents, you're at. I mean, I
understand.
don't have much interest in sitting on the bleachers or standing in the
Yeah,
street
I
and
didn't
that sort of
know.
thing.
I mean, that could have been
It's
interesting.
cool though. Like it's awesome. The things they build and all that. I mean, look, I love just silly celebrations of things. So much of our culture revolves around like holidays, and then we have our sporting events, and it takes up a lot of time. And just I love the creativity of anything that people are just going to get out and party and have a reason to. It's cool.
I like the way he's being just really politically correct and nice and being a gentleman. Instead of watching the floats go by, they created the song for him, watching the girls go by. There's no
Yeah,
doubt in my
there
mind.
you go. Why
Nothing
not?
wrong with that, though. It's a beautiful thing.
I like the parade. Like I said,
No,
yeah,
it could
like
be
he did.
cool.
I was out in a boat last year. That's one thing I noticed this year when they showed all the overhead shots. There was not a flotilla this year. That was one thing that was glaring. The people were smart. They were not going out on that water in that weather.
What's crazy is
I mean, there were some boats, but nothing like wall to wall like it usually is.
now tonight when the Lightning dropped the puck, baby, at Ray J at 6:30. That's the only cool thing about the weather being cold right now, in my opinion. Okay, that for this event, it's not 75 and sunny,
Well,
because that'd
we-
be kind of funny.
It'll be historic. No, the timing, convenience of that is awesome. Awesome.
Joshua and I will be sitting there.
You guys are going.
Yes,
Good.
we got invited to the game.
Awesome.
With a little trepidation.
Because of the cold weather.
Yeah, but Joshua's going to hug me and keep me warm.
Yeah, it's good
So,
son. He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's going
Stay
to
close.
He's going to
Maybe-
cuddle.
Maybe a little helpful libation might warm the body too. It always helps out. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm just trying to make it to the second period.
You'll make it all the way to 3. Lady Wind,
Yeah,
yeah, baby.
yeah, absolutely. We can field it.
And in the one,
Love, no kidding. Yeah, you think it really in hockey, the way the whole court is no.
Well, let me ask you too, and you know that
But they don't.
absolutely. Let's not
You do
believe-
not believe in. You are a basketball guy. You love basketball.
Yes.
You love the NBA.
Yes.
You do not believe the blacktop competition is inferior.
I believe that not as a whole, but I believe, and I think Patrick will agree with this because we have seen it, we
I know where
lived
he's
it,
going.
that there have been many Brooklyn players, many blacktop players that couldn't, because of legalities and other reasons,
They wanna
make
go to
it
school.
into
That
the
doesn't
NBA.
exist anymore.
Not anymore.
Right. So you're talking about a gone era. That doesn't, because of the internet and because of recruiting, because of pipelines and academies, you ever have someone slip through the cracks like that.
No,
Especially not because of something frivolous.
It would be funny though, Josh, because he hit a nerve. If we played on the blacktop, you get 5 NBA players, okay, and I'm not talking your cream of the crop. You're five fifth guys off of good teams, right? And I get the 5 best blacktoppers. And guess what? We're gonna play blacktop rules, not this. You get to walk freaking 3 steps. You tip my pinky, it's a foul.
You don't think that the professional players would be able to thrive under those rules too? If these guys were that good, they would have been in D1 and gone to the
Mhm.
pros, or they'd be playing
be close-
in the G League or
I'm not-
Europe.
I'm agreeing. It'd be closer than you think. You don't think it'd be a good game?
No.
Okay.
This is, to me, is the same as when they say, oh, Alabama would be able to compete against the Browns. No, they wouldn't.
Some of the
No, I'm
greatest.
saying the best players. Just like, okay, do you think, Josh, if I could get the best 40 college players to work together for a month, and
40
then,
best college players, so on the track to make the NBA.
yeah, or football. You mentioned Alabama for football. I'm
Okay.
thinking more football, boss. So let's go to that. 40 Alabama, 40 all-star college players.
Sure. All-star SEC and Big Ten team.
There you go.
Or just the first round.
yeah,
Late guys get drafted and we see how they perform
and
and
they play the Super Bowl champs from the year before. It'd be a closer game than you think.
What do you think it would be? What do you think the spread would be? It's double digits.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
Guys, there's no doubt in
But
my
there has
mind.
been college all-star teams that beat professional teams back in the day, Josh.
In exhibition matchups, the same way
Right.
that everyone loves to point out how the best high school boys team beat the girls soccer team, even though that girls soccer team wasn't playing any of their people. It's like we can pick and choose all this stuff.
Oh, it's all
By and
narrative.
large,
Guys, some of the best athletes we will never see, have never seen, never touch the professional courts.
Oh, it
never
happens.
touch it happens now.
It does.
It happens now.
For a
Walk in
variety
the
of reasons.
hallways of schools. It happens now.
Because you're always going to have like your coach, and coaches aren't going to put up with nonsense unless you're the lead of the elite.
which
So-
you would have to be for the guys we're talking about in order to transcend and go above that. So no, in
Yeah.
today's day and age, when sports, like we said at the top, where it does play such a dominant part of the culture,
Yeah.
and where there is a concerted effort because so much money can be generated from these guys. They're their own mini economies. We know darn well anyone who shows any sort of talent, even from 8 years old, if their parents aren't able to provide them the infrastructure and the resources they need to capitalize on that talent, you will have the rest of the community in one way or another make sure that person has everything they need.
But there's some guys who don't make it, Josh, because head case, grades, period, just legalities.
That's exactly what I'm
It still-
talking
it still
about.
happens,
That
Josh.
happens with anything and everyone. Now we're
Right.
not talking, but
Okay.
again, in a vacuum, we're talking about the pure skill.
All right. I'm
Yes,
just saying,
that's exactly what I'm talking
And
about.
they're not.
Is the skill.
If they were good, then they would go and make it outside of the blacktop.
Let's take.
sometimes you're not going to get the shot. The coach's black.
No, that's exactly why they don't make it, because of the shot. Let's talk about our Carolina Panther who shot, great receiver. Who was it? Caruth?
Yeah, Ray Caruth, but he
Okay.
made it. What do you
No,
mean?
but what I'm saying is you have guys like that up and down the line, high school, college,
Oh, yeah.
that do stupid stuff that
Yeah, and
we
you're done.
And
You're
you're
right.
done.
Yeah, but that's what Josh said. That's everyone.
Not anymore. If Randy Moss had done the shoes thing, You think he gets kicked off of Florida State?
No, shoot. I said not shoes.
I'm talking
He
about.
knows.
Are you familiar with what happened with Randy Moss?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty.
Yeah, it's
Direct
pretty good
question.
comparison. Yeah.
Do
I don't
you
know.
think he would be? Because I don't.
No.
I think Bobby would have kept him on. We live in a
Yes.
different era. People were trying to. I mean, not even just about NIL stuff in general. If the rules are so, I we used to have more morals and ethics and that sort of thing, and I don't think that matters now. If talent is going to win out, and they're going to be given all the opportunity. And once again, my lord, if Randy Moss had been able to play on that team, like Bobby said, that his elite, the R-type him athleticism is obviously Dion, and he said Randy is a taller Dion. I mean, we see it in the draft. These guys come and it's like, oh look, he's so big and he can run and he can move like that.
Well,
He's the next Randy. I
let
don't
me-
think we're ever gonna see someone like that again.
Mm.
He was a special type of combination of everything.
No, we will. We'll see another Jerry Rice. And
Jerry
why not-
Rice doesn't have the physical tools.
I'm just and Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. We'll see him again. But to your point, Josh, you make a great
I don't.
point.
We'll see. I think Antonio Brown was comparable to Jerry Rice
Yeah.
in terms of the size.
Yeah.
I don't. Randy Moss. We haven't seen anyone like that because every draft have someone who has
Well,
the measurables.
Yes, but
Like, dude, he was toying with people.
yeah, but he also the rules were different back then than they are now. So,
Of
so
course.
with everything, that
Everyone
can change,
adapts.
you know. But I want to get to your great point, Josh. Let's give you some credit, my man. Peter Warwick, who was, a dang good wide receiver. I'd put him up there with.
In college.
He was okay for the Bengals, but
College, he's one of the best ever. In the Bengals,
and my point being, Bobby didn't kick him off the team for that. He was a part of that FSU free shoot, So yeah, and again, somebody made a great point.
talent still.
Some guys need to get away from home to expand and
Of
get out of
course.
trouble. He needed to get back home to be with family to get his head together. Him leaving, that part of West Virginia was all
Everyone's
right, man. Let's have some fun. No, you're back home and there you are. Don't mess up, brother. And it made him great. No, very good point, Josh. It's funny how life works that way. No, he was something special.
Talking about football and the greats and Randy Moss and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. You had the Hall of Fame voting this
Mhm.
week.
I want to, before we get to Mr. Belichick, I want to get to Mr. Saban. I have to give him credit. He said the perfect thing, man. When it comes to this free shoo or a kid doing stupid things or getting in trouble, what do you want me to do? Kick him out, send him back home, and then what? Is that helping him? Helping out the university? No. As long as it's not a major felony, let's work with these because I've seen a lot of turn their life
for some reason.
Remember
if
I voted him in or not.
But do you believe it? I don't
No,
believe
I
that.
do not
he's
believe
just
that.
lying.
He is lying. Like I told you a few weeks back, general managers, owners, that is part of what they do. They lie. They have to lie. And this is another lie. There is no credible reason Bill Belichick or Hottie Sugar Daddy, whatever you want to
Or
call
Belichick.
him, right. You cannot tell me why he was not voted
You
in.
can. Whether or not you agree with it, he just nailed it. If the guy's name is Belichick, then I don't agree. He should obviously, but let's not just dismiss the case against it. Now, to your point, they should have to put their name on it because you have people speculating from the Spygate that it's punishment for that because he never actually gotten punished for it. It was more Brady. I mean, they had to give up draft picks, something like that. But like Brady got Deflategate. Somehow Bill was totally absolved of all that. So there's that. There's what you said about just being a jerk. I mean, guys, Terrell Owens is top 3 wide receiver all time. Don't care. And because he did sit-ups in his driveway and rubbed some voters the wrong way, he didn't be able to get in. I mean, come on. It is. They're humans. They make mistakes. But there are reasons you could point to. And you could even say, look, Belichick, what was his record without Brady?
That's the argument.
So there are cases. Now,
made.
they fall on deaf ears. But it would be cool if the guys who didn't vote for him would just be able to come out and say, yes, this is what it's for, instead of us having to speculate and guess and be like, oh, well, I could see if I squint my eyes and tilt my head.
As a head coach, and even in Little League, I would have I do not believe he had any clue whatsoever when it comes to the footballs.
I would agree.
I'm sorry. That's just not something he was involved even knowing. I'm sorry. I know before put air ball, do that, make sure you have the water and all that. No. I'll give him an absolute 100%
But Brady, the way he handled it was terrible.
Agree.
Agreed?
The coach of pass on that one. If you want to say the cheat gate, the filming,
They were filming and on all this. Then we're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860.
So what you're saying is every team in the NFL does it. That he just got caught.
No, I wasn't going there, Scott. What I was going with is this. Okay, if you're going to not vote him in this year, then are you going to vote him in next year? What's the difference?
If your reasons are for what they were, then you will never vote him in.
Exactly.
See, but that's not what goes down. A lot of people feel that he's not worthy of first round. I'm going to make him wait. And I don't get that.
It's petty, it's dumb, and it's like we've been saying, these guys are humans, and it is on us for holding these things in such a high regard, whether it's MVPs, whether it's Hall of Fames. But as sports fans, historians of the games in these leagues, you want to have ways to like neatly summarize and commemorate and all that. But any Hall of Fame that doesn't have Bill Belichick in it, or that doesn't have the hit leader in it, or the home run leader in it, what are we doing? There's clearly a flawed process here.
Absolutely. We'll take your calls at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Like to get your take if Belichick should have been voted in the Hall of Fame. You think the Lightning are going to win tonight? And how about the Seattle New England Patriots Super Bowl? Who are you pulling for? We'll be back in a couple minutes. Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. It's football season. We're right in the meat of it, pun intended. And you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future. no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, we're back here on the Sports Zone on AM 860. The answer.
Easy for him to say.
Yes, I'm trying to do my Boston. The Bruins are in town. Okay, Sports Zone. Okay, give me a break there, Scotty. Okay, little Jersey, little New York, little Boston. We're gonna put them all up there in the Northeast, baby. Let's go Lightning, baby. They gonna do it today, Scott? Come on, man.
Well, you would like to think so. What kind of crowd is expected?
Oh, it's gonna be packed. I can tell you that much.
Is
Don't
it-
you agree, Josh?
The weather's gonna scare some people away.
Yeah, but hockey game, yeah. They'll do
It's not. It wasn't a cheap ticket. We were fortunate to be able
I know.
to be gifted them.
That's
so
another thing. I don't know why they made it so.
The cost of fandom, man. I mean, we talk about everything getting more expensive in general, but good
you.
Lord, dude.
You know, my famous line is cost of entertainment is high, and it's ridiculous.
I was
So-
listening to someone, with all people are losing a ton of money in sports betting and gambling. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah.
And someone was saying that long term, it could end up backfiring against these leagues because you're going to have fans that don't even want to watch anymore unless they have money on it. And then just if you get burnt enough, you become resentful of just sports in general, and you don't even want to watch it all. And that's long term down the road. But I definitely, being in this game for as long as I have, people that they get burnt out and they don't want anything to do with it. The worst is when you used to be a team, like you grew up, like whatever, you root for your squad. And then you get to a point where you don't even want to watch. Like you have zero interest in watching unless there's some sort of financial incentive on there. And that's just, I don't know.
Well,
Playing
it's
with
part of that.
fire.
Well, and then also people now, all these conspiracy theories, about the games being fixed and rigged, or the refs, making calls to decide the outcome, and you just cost me hundreds of dollars. What am I doing playing this silly? I'm fighting up an uphill battle instead of an even battle and a fun battle, Josh. So your point's very well taken when it comes to this. I know you're not a big investor. I like calling investing because, if we can invest in the stock market, we can invest in sports. So that's how I look at it. Again, I'm not going to say one's worse than the other. Just like if you want to drink,
no problem
Go ahead.
doing it. I mean, I'm not one that does it.
right.
And even if the games are rigged, which way are they rigged?
I know.
How do you know which way they're
Well,
rigged?
it's funny,
I mean, but there are things that do make you say, huh?
Here's what would really be a big problem, Josh. You know about this as well as anybody, and that's game time betting, on the spot betting. What's the technical term?
Live betting.
Live betting. Thank you, Joshua. Live betting. And it's funny how, don't tell me that Vegas can't see that 75% of the money's on one way And, a call could go to New York and then down to Patrick Highland, the head, ref saying, any close calls, they go Tampa Bay's way. Okay.
That could exist, but what you just said, Vegas. The proliferation of all the betting, and there's so many different books now, you can't tell me that every single book has the same spread. You're going to have one that could be 55-45 one direction, and then the other. So who is making the call? Is it David Stern from the grave? Is it about the league?
Right,
is it,
I don't, and I've said this on the show before, and
he was in the Epstein files. Very random, but of all people, wasn't expecting to see David Stern in there.
When I
couldn't blame him. But anyway, go ahead.
I do not like the referees. I do not like referees being
I do not like green eggs and
talk to each other during the game.
What?
On headsets. I do not like that.
You want to be able to hear it.
No, I don't want them to be able to do it. I don't want them to be
They
sitting
have
there
to
watching.
corroborate.
No,
what
they do not.
Just let us hear it.
We had a perfect system for how many years, and now all of a sudden they all wear headphones, so during a play, they can talk to each other? Why? You have, and here is what bothers me about that. As a referee in a baseball game, a basketball game, a football game, a soccer game, you have an assigned job. As the white hat, your job is to watch the quarterback. You do nothing else but you watch that quarterback. Late hits, intentional grounding, this, that, and the other. You watch the quarterback. Why does he need anyone talking to him to tell him anything that has to do with his job during the play? That's his job.
Okay.
The lineman that is supposed to watch offsides, period. That is your job. Before the ball is snapped, you have one job and one job only. Why do you have to discuss it? Throw the flag. That's why there's instant replay. Then you talk about it after if you want.
Take your time out there, Scott. I'm sorry, because there's not instant replay for flags all the time. That's the unfortunate part.
You can throw a challenge flag.
Not on everything.
Not on everything,
Okay.
but that's my point. You can do things.
Are you okay with the refs talking after the play?
I think it is ludicrous that when there's an intentional grounding call that everyone in the stadium and in China can see, we have to wait 3 minutes after the play for a ref to throw a flag. Come on. Call the play.
That's just saying, but the whole point, like the white
If
hat.
you're wrong, fine, you're wrong. Throw the flag.
But the white hat, it's their crew. It's his job. He's the leader. He's responsible for those guys. So he needs to make sure that they saw what they saw. It's the right number, that they're getting it right.
It's his call.
Do you like the fact,
No,
Scott,
but it could just be, you saw that one wrong, bud.
when you and I played, Scott?
You're revealing a level of distrust and
Absolutely, because they've given it to us.
I see. This is what's wrong about living in a low trust society.
They've given it to us. If you're going to say that Chiefs ball wasn't a catch, but the what was it? The Pittsburgh one was. I mean, they give us that level.
I think clear communication is a good thing. Just let us.
I do too. Do it after the play.
Okay, I mean.
Oh, so you're okay with after the play?
Do it after the play. Don't allow them to do it.
Do you like
play.
the intentional grounding rules that changed from when you and I played? Back in the day, you couldn't just throw the ball out of bounds. You get intentional grounding for that.
I hate them.
Yeah. Patrick rolled outside the pocket and threw it away.
So
it's
he can throw it in the fifth row now.
Yeah.
No, I hate it.
Yeah. So
not only that, it stops the clock.
Yeah. Yep. So,
wasn't it funny how we kind of had a similar tuck rule situation with Stidham? And that was kind of like the play of the game that ended up being, it's the Patriots back in the Super Bowl.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean,
right, Josh. It's funny how life works
you've got so many things that the snowplow.
Hey, it was against my fence. I still think it was funny as heck.
It might have been funny, but really, someone didn't say, whoa, stop.
I think it shows you that when you have a lot of different pieces and you're putting on a whole big operation, I mean, you see TV shows where someone will forget to take a cup off set or something like that. You have entire things that go through proofs and they get published and there's typos. People make mistakes.
Yes, they do, Josh.
I get it.
Josh, you hit a nerve.
I mean,
this is the Patrick Highland political statement for 2 minutes, and then we're going to take a quick timeout. The nice. I'm going to call them the nice from now on because they're the national immigration, okay? Yeah, I like that, Josh. You don't like that? I'm sorry.
I didn't continue.
Okay.
Go ahead. I
We're
wanna
going to
hear
call them
this.
nice instead of ice. Okay. Guess what their rating is for like pulling you and I over for no reason? They got 100 of those on the books. Okay. Out of hundreds of thousands of legitimately getting it right. And you hit the nerve there, Josh, with the cup on the set or somebody making a mistake. That percentage rating is 0.0025. Better than the FBI, better than the cops, better than the teachers, better than practically anything in this country. And we're going to dog them. I don't get it, man. Like the umpires behind home plate. You know what? Most of them, there's a few that need to go bye-bye, but they get 98 out of 100 right. That's pretty impressive. I want it all right because you can control it with the camera. You can't do that with police guys. That's a heck of a...
I think that's the difference, though, between a sporting event or a cup on set. Those aren't consequential. A mistake by these people, there are certain positions and officials. Again, a ref, if we're going to bring it back to sports, because they are the police of the game.
Sure, Josh, but to be under 25...
Agreed. It's good, obviously.
It's awesome. No other thing does that. To expect better than that
I
is
agree.
unrealistic.
But any one mistake has such an outsized impact and effect on people's
and the mistake
well-being.
is, why was it a mistake? Was it, was it brought upon the people? It's just funny. One more minute of political talk, and then we're taking a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer. When Charlie Kirk was shot, they were like, oh, well, the way he was and the way he talked, I'm not surprised he got shot. Well, guess what? You kick a cop's car, you try to run him over, don't be surprised if you get shot. Why don't I hear that on both sides, Mr. Levinson? And then we're going to break. Please help us out.
Because you got to sell.
Oh no, one is state sanctioned and the other is peer on peer. One is if you get into a fight with your friend or a random person, and the other is like,
that's not the point of the
state. That is the difference. You just asked. What's the difference?
The difference in this realm, Joshua, is that Charlie Kirk, people will say he got shot
Two civilians.
Okay. And the lady got shot from the cop because she was causing problems.
And that's a cop, and we pay their salary. That's the difference. That's why it elicits a different reaction. One is two citizens.
Wouldn't be the narrative.
Dude, you can believe what you want to believe.
Okay.
You can ascribe people's intentions. I'm telling you, personally.
Why don't I hear the same for both, Josh?
I'm answering you right now. That's because there's a huge difference between a state-sanctioned crime and you and I getting into a confrontation.
Which one's worse?
Anything, a state-sanctioned crime is always worse. That is the difference. That is why
there's no justification for certain Charlie Kirk because of what he said. You trying to run me over?
Do you have a more visceral reaction if someone hits a cop rather than your neighbors getting into a fight? Yes, because you think that they should. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Depends. Make it both equal. Why did Patrick?
They're not equal. They are sanctioned by the government. We pay for them.
And one has more legitimacy than the other. Hey, we're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860. The Answer, the Sports Zone. We'll be back, and we'll talk about the wonderful Tampa Bay Rays. Hang in there with us. We'll be right back.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. It's football season. We're right in the meat of it, pun intended, and you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, we're back to the zone, the Sports Zone. We appreciate you hanging in there with us here on AM 860 The Answer, having some fun talking sports, a little bit of politics. Can't help ourselves. It just comes out. You know,
it seems that the two blend more and more as time goes on.
Yes.
And that's not cool to me.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. It all started with the shut up and dribble.
And now we're putting things on the back of the NFL players' helmets. Okay.
Well, I don't agree with that either.
Okay.
Don't agree with people putting words on their helmets?
On the back, they make a statement like choose love.
And you don't like to choose love?
No, I liked it.
I'm okay.
You didn't like it?
No, listen, I'm okay with something like that. I'm not okay with political statements.
Okay. I'll agree with that.
So what were the statements? Choose love, end racism, be nice.
Right. He's just saying if it had political ramifications.
So when has someone ever put a Bernie Sanders sticker on the back of their helmet? What are we talking about here? There's never been a political statement like that. If you think taking a knee for the flag or something,
there's never been political statements.
Brothers, we had moments of silence. You brought up Charlie Kirk in the last segment.
There's never been Black Lives Matter on the back of
helmets. That's what I'm asking. Do you think I don't believe that that's a political statement.
You don't? Oh, okay.
This is my point. Choose love, not no.
If I put White Lives Matter on the back, would that be political?
No.
Oh, bull crap. It would be taken as hard
maybe
political.
To your
No.
Your view. I'm answering I can only speak for
You're
myself.
saying it's not political.
The same people.
I'm saying I don't get triggered by words on helmets of the field.
It doesn't matter who gets triggered.
So you were upset when there were forced moments of silence after the Charlie Kirk assassination, right? Was that a political statement?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Because not a word was said about that. Everyone was like, yes, you have to do it.
I think my feelings on that is very clear.
You said you're okay with choose love and all that.
I'm okay with anyone saying anything. Okay. I am freedom of speech first and foremost.
What do you think?
Also, their private employer has the right to fire them if they disagree with it.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say this is political? That on the Super Bowl, they put on the back of the helmets, choose lawfulness.
No. That's
Scotty. You answered, Scott?
Choose lawfulness?
Yes.
No, I think if someone wants to be a fool and make that a political statement, they could. But I think we can all agree that lawfulness is we're back to common sense. That is common sense. Choose law.
Common sense to me.
Choose love.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I'm not okay with the
BLM or end racism. You think that's political?
Yes.
Okay. I can see why he'd say that.
Yes. I think painting something across
we'd be in the minority, Josh.
I think painting something across the street that says Black Lives Matter or White Lives Matter or Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Those are political.
Yeah, you're getting political now.
I don't believe everyone.
You and I don't.
I don't.
You know, I can see why people say that.
I think that's the knee-jerk reaction because people get triggered by this stuff, and it's a shut up and dribble. But okay, so what about all the military stuff? Every single game, there's stand up and the airplanes and and that's a big campaign marketing for the military. And is that political?
No, that's patriotic.
Thank you. I think choosing love and ending racism and wanting everyone to love everyone is American as apple pie.
I agree with that, but let's not.
We always stretch it, though, unfortunately.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's that needle, Josh. Don't you think,
I think
the
you're
needle
giving-
goes too far to the
No,
left?
I
at
think you're
times?
giving way too much credibility and voice to a very vocal minority right now. Most people agree with that. No, that is silly stuff that is just made to enrage people and get them upset so that we fight amongst each other instead of actually trying to get tickets more affordable.
Yeah, amen to that. I'll give you that one, Josh. We'll talk about it next week too, Josh. What about early line on the Super Bowl? For our investors out there, do you take the points now, or do you think it's going to go up or down from 4? It's at 4 now. What do you think, Josh?
Hard Rock's at 4.5.
4.5. Okay. He's picking on me for half a
I
point.
think
Scott,
the
can you
game-
believe it?
Because it's
I'm joking.
those are the margins. That half a point is a big deal.
Is it me or has everyone forgot about football?
That's you.
No, I'm serious. It just seems like so long.
Well, people just
We just had the conference championship last week.
and
Have you
Seattle and New England don't exactly. If it would have been the Rams and Denver, let me tell you, I think there'd be more buzz.
I'm not feeling any Super Bowl excitement.
That's crazy. Because there's so much news all the time. There's a bunch of different things to be tuned into now.
You're not a Seattle fan. Either am I. New England fan. Either am I.
Seattle doesn't trigger people like that, but the Patriots being back in the Super Bowl,
Oh, yeah.
are you kidding me?
That's part of it. It's funny.
Robert Kraft also not in the Hall of Fame for what it's worth.
Yeah, well, Well, here we go again, Josh. Us three agree 100% on this. No political take. Don't judge me on what I did off the field. Judge me what I did on the field, and let's move on because everybody has ghosts in their closets. Case closed. It's ridiculous.
Did Pete Rose pay?
I think that I get what you're saying, but can we acknowledge there's a difference between ghosts and skeletons in your closet? I think ghosts you can move on from, skeletons, you know what I mean? Like they're not all built the same.
You're right.
Did Pete Rose pay those pitchers to let him hit the ball?
No, they were getting paid for
No,
him
I'm
not to
being
hit the
very
ball.
serious.
Right, of course not.
Did Pete Rose pay those
No.
pitchers in his gambling days to let him hit the ball?
When he got, all kidding aside, when he got into his gambling days, he was maybe playing 40 games a year at best. I'm just saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
I
though?
do. I'm
He
just,
achieved what he achieved, gambling aside.
yes.
He didn't pay those pitchers to let him hit the ball.
Would you? I'll ask you, Scott. And
Like
it's been
Darryl
proven.
Strait, like Brett Favre did with Daryl Strait. Sorry.
It's proven that he did not bet against his team. If it was proven that he bet against his team, then would you say because of that, that's like a serious crime that we cannot allow you in the Hall of
I
Fame?
wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame as a manager or something like that. But
No, you put him
again-
in, you put him in. He,
I
Josh, is he in? If he would have bet against his team, and
He's
you
not
get to vote.
he's not in for betting on his team.
I know that.
So no, I don't
I'm
think
asking your opinion.
You're not allowed to gamble in any way whatsoever. I think that is sacrilege. I think that's a red line. Also, with that being said, if you are
even betting on my team. You take
yeah, we've gone over this before.
No,
You can't do it. I'm saying though, you can't
okay.
do like you. It's not. It is so much because then what if you don't? All of a sudden you've been betting on him, betting on him, betting on him, betting on him,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you
it's
take
a
a game where
slippery
you
slope.
don't. It's insider info. It's insider
Oh,
trading.
It's not good.
We have to protect the integrity of these
Good.
games. And if at any single point you believe it is rigged, it is scripted, and we lose that novelty of what makes sports so good. We live in a content world and everything is, you have to be original. Sports
Yes.
are the one thing you're not getting a rerun. You're not getting a replay. Every single event, every single night, every single day is brand new. And so if you
Yep.
start to think that it's part of a script,
Yeah.
you can't. And so that's why, but God forbid.
So you're telling me if it was up to you, Josh, Pete Rose wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of his betting.
No, because those are the rules. You can't. I mean, it's sad. It's unfortunate, but I mean, like,
Wow.
you have to have. To me, that is the red line. That is, I'm cool with a lot of other things, like domestic.
If he was
that,
already,
it to me is way worse than domestic.
if he was
issues.
already voted in and this was found
No.
out, you would take him out.
if you were gambling, you were gambling. And
Okay,
then-
then here, let me get to my point, Josh. Slow down for a second. So if I get voted into the Hall of Fame and then I kill somebody after I'm in, should I be taken out of the Hall of Fame?
I just said I don't believe domestic issues or anything like that. I don't care about. I am strictly about the game.
So as long as I didn't do
OJ
it-
Simpson deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
okay. You agree too?
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the flip side of it.
So
Imagine-
but on a serious note, what he did was worse than what Pete Rose did.
What did he
not
do?
to the game.
Wait, back up.
He's going to say OJ didn't do it.
What did he do, Patrick?
Got away with murder.
Every single second. Of
What
that.
did he do,
I watched
Patrick?
every single second of that trial. I was obsessed with it. I know
Patrick,
everything there is.
what was O.J. Simpson convicted of, Patrick?
Glove didn't fit. Gotta acquit.
So why wouldn't he be in the Hall of Fame?
Okay. Because of the crimes after the fact he did. So
That's a different story.
I know.
Crimes committed after. You want to talk about that? That's fine. But we are talking
So if
about
you're in, here's what we're talking about, Scott.
O.J.
If I'm
Simpson
in,
was
if
in
I'm
the
in,
Hall of Fame and he
Right.
was found innocent. And
Right.
why was he taken out?
no, he wasn't taken out
I'm saying that he's found
because
innocent.
he committed some other felonies.
No. That was after the fact.
I know that. That would be the rationale, Scott. So
Okay.
we'll get
It
it.
would be committing crimes against the game of football.
That's
It's not
it for-
committing crimes in the law book of America.
There you go.
Okay.
That is what I care about. So I mean, yeah, if you want to be a murderer, be a murderer.
If we come back, Roethlisberger,
What about Big Ben?
is he going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Well,
He won't be first ballot probably, but he'll get in.
he has a better case than Eli.
I agree.
And
Eli is the most fascinating Hall of Fame case to me. I do
There
not
is- I
think
agree.
he does not deserve to be in. He had 2 good years.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I mean, but you know,
And the coach he beat isn't even a Hall of Fame coach. So was he really that good?
Oh, that's pretty good, Josh.
Yeah.
I like that spin.
well,
That's funny.
But again, Patrick,
Second winnowing coach doesn't get in on first
OJ
ballot. Okay.
O.J. Simpson
What are we doing?
is in the Hall of Fame because of what he did on the field.
Correct.
And if you want to talk about what he did at the hotel in Vegas, that
Right.
the other, you cannot talk about the murder trial,
Right.
Because he's innocent.
He was found innocent.
Whether we agree or not,
Right.
he was found innocent.
Yeah.
So that should have no
Now, is
bearing.
there any case where that's happened? A Hall of Famer was taken out because of some sort of domestic.
Heisman's have been taken.
That's not what the young man asked.
No, but I'm saying, is
Yes,
that any
and
different?
then they put it back into. They woke up. Reggie Bush had his Heisman taken away because of. But there we go. Now that was when he was playing. He was given
Did
money.
they take OJ's?
Huh?
They took OJ's.
Yeah, but they put it back
Why'd they take it?
because of
Because of what? Because some people thought he was guilty?
Right. I know. It's crazy.
Back
I
to
like
the
it.
opinions.
Right. Let's go with facts. The truth.
So,
You can't handle the truth.
what is the NFL's version of the steroid scandal?
Isn't that
Because the comparison here, so I mean, is Bill Belichick the NFL's Barry Bonds or Pete Rose? If like you
no, because he'll get voted in.
No,
those
but I'm
guys aren't.
comparably, I don't think there is a steroid era. So is Spygate the worst
Wait,
crime?
go back to the 60s, 70s of NFL.
Yeah, those guys are
The Lyle Alzada's, the
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Matusaks.
yeah,
Are
yeah.
any of them in the Hall of Fame?
No, but not because of that.
Are we sure they're not?
They're not in.
Okay.
They didn't have enough of a career. To
Okay,
make it.
because the steroids
You know what?
were
I
running.
take that back. I think Lyle Alzado did make it. I don't think our boy from Tampa did.
Okay, there's no doubt he was full of steroids.
Oh, Lyle even admitted he took them.
during the
He
game.
killed
It
him.
was okay.
But
So-
there was never a steroid. I'm not asking about steroids.
no, because it was
baseball-
accepted.
Oh, so once again, she's Louise. Has there been a scandal in the NFL? To me, in my era, since I've been
No.
watching the game,
You know why?
Spygate was the biggest
Oh,
one.
yeah.
And so for the
You know why there wasn't a steroid scandal, though, like there is in baseball, Josh? Because if there was, we wouldn't have games on Sunday. Because all the offensive defense linemen were juicing. That was just to compete, unfortunately, but that's what it was, you know?
They didn't drug test back then.
Nope.
I don't think they had tests for some of the drugs they were taking.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how many of these guys talk now saying they were drunk every game they played in?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's-
Hungover. Or with baseball, back in the day, when you're on a train ride for 6 hours and then you want me to get off the train and play a game, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I better take some speed. And they did. It was proven.
Greenies.
Greenies, baby.
Greenies, they were huge.
Yeah. So I get it. That's just part of sports the way it was, man. It was just different time, different
I just
culture.
the Hall of Fame stuff, because it is an honor for these guys. You're not going to tell me Bill Belichick doesn't care about being in the Hall of Fame, and he probably cares about being first ballot.
I know.
And then it creates a backlog.
It does.
You know, if with Phil Rivers now, he has to wait another 5 years. with this group of quarterbacks that we have coming in and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, if you keep him out, there's only 5 spots. It's just the whole process.
Do you
is
think there
flawed.
should be a limit on how many guys get in per year, Josh?
No, I think that's what's holding it back because the voting and the process
You
of
agree,
it all.
Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
But I also think if you do yes, it shouldn't be limited. You should be able to vote in as many as you want. But look, if you don't get in on your first round, you're not getting in. You can't. And what world is it where all of a sudden that 10 years down the line, oh, okay, now you're a Hall of Famer.
I know.
You're in the Hall of Very Good. I don't. And it's like we said, it's on us for caring.
But
this
see,
much,
you hit the big nerve, Josh. You said it's an honor, and they have limitations on how many guys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we have to have that. I don't like it either. I'm agreeing with you 100%. But
if you eliminate,
if you're not the top 1% of Hall of Famers, and I make you wait a couple years, I get it because it should be an honor to be a first ballot. So I can see both sides. That's all I'm saying, Josh.
I get your honor is being considered. You made it on a ballot or something like that. But in terms of that, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be where, you have this backlog and then people are waiting and it's like you got a chance to get voted in and you didn't get it. You still had a great career, but you weren't good enough.
Yeah. No, it's an interesting. It happens in baseball too. It's very opinionated, Scott, as you mentioned earlier, and it should
really
be
is.
that way.
I think it should be done analytically.
And I really do believe ex-players should vote people in because you might have 1 out of 50 guys have a grudge, but even that 1 out of 50, more times than not goes, I got to be honest with myself. He deserves it. You're always going to have that 1 out of 100.
I think there should be benchmarks.
Yeah, there's some truth to that too. And you compare it to the eras, to say the least. Tampa Bay, stay warm. Have fun at the game tonight if you go to the hockey game. And just be safe out there. Do a random act of kindness for your fellow man. God bless you,
Peace and
Tampa Bay.
respect, Tampa Bay. Peace and respect.
Hello and welcome to another edition of